Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of China. Yes, sir. Before I'll make any proceeding statements or comments, permit me to use this medium to tell you one or two things. Sir, the issue borders with the current flaming fire between your country and your sister country, Taiwan. Sir, I am a foreigner living in the faraway tropics in Africa. A history teacher, of course. Before I'll go further, I'm solemnly make a passionate appeal to your efforts that you and your country, China, that it looks as if the flaming fire between you country and China is likely to plunge into a war. But my history tells me that nothing of that nature should exist at all between these two loving countries. The little knowledge that I have in history, that I've learned in history about your country and that of China is Taiwan, is that those people living in the island are your true blooders, and nothing or any comment or any political event warrant the use of force or anything on your brother or sisters over there. If my memory will serve me right, when I was in the university, my lecturer taught me that Taiwan was given birth to as a result of the escape of Chiang Kai-shek and his cohort, who happens to be the leader of China in the early 30s, somewhere around 1936. And as a result of economic recession, which your country was plunged in during his tenure as the president of China, he has to leave for the island simply because there was inadequate essential commodities on the market. Agricultural output was very low. Workers went on rampage, among others. And as a result of that, Mao Zedong, who happens to be a librarian serving in one of the libraries as a librarian worker, became peeved. In fact, she was highly annoyed as China, a country with the enormous natural resources, shouldn't face such problem. And as such, Mao Zedong organized a volunteer called the Red Army, who marched from the rural areas to the urban area in China to oust the government of Chiang Kai-shek, that's the Kuomintang party, from power. And as a result of that, Chiang Kai-shek, his immediate family, and some of the members in his government they sought shelter on the island called Taiwan. Before Chiang Kai-shek and his allies went to that island, already that area was occupied by some Chinese traders who happens to migrate from the province of Manchuria in your own land. So, from this statement, the four comments that I have made goes a long way to testify the fact that Taiwan and China are the same country. Now, if any political event has taken place and your country is now annoyed on the international scene, my passionate appeal to your outfit, Your Excellency, Mr. President, don't do anything that will even lead to the droplets or even a blot of blood on that island. If you so do that, you are fighting your own true blooders. What I know in this world is that no two heads are think the same. If there are some external forces going behind the iron sheet of these Taiwanese and they are trying to influence them negatively or positive. Since the creation of Taiwan from the early 30s up to date in this year 2022, none of the Chinese leaders who have served your country have made anything that proved negative towards them. And I hope during your term or in your tenure, nothing of that nature will happen. They are your true brothers. The land Taiwan belongs to China. If what the various historians have written about that country, then I can barely say that the land Taiwan is for Chinese people. If there is an impasse which cannot be solved amicably, war or naked force is not the answer. I will suggest a nice way to you, Your Excellency. It's just a matter of just allowing the Chinese to marry them. Marry women from Taiwan, that's all. Women from China can also be encouraged to marry men from Taiwan. That is all. The question is, can you fight your in-law? If two countries share common cultural affinity or they have the same cultural affines, I think nothing like foreign incursion can occur. It's just a matter of just signing an economic pact with the people of China. People in Taiwan who want to have studies in China should be given free scholarship, or even worst of all, they should be granted dual citizenship. The person can come and stay in China so long as the person wish, or there should be a pact between the president of Taiwan and that of China, which allow dual citizenship among the two countries. In fact, China is not a small country that should be toyed with, both on the international scene and locally. It's just a matter of just signing union pacts among the Chinese enclave, those countries that share the same cultural affines with China. When it comes to technological development, what China has created is par excellence. So, even if you look at the size of Taiwan presently, it's just about 1/40 that of Taiwan. The size of one of the province is a very small country that within a twinkle of an eye, it can just be wiped away from the earth's surface. When Taiwan is spoiled presently, what happens? The originality between China and Taiwan will be destroyed. Why? In fact, what I'm trying to say is that in case there's war between China and Taiwan, not all the people in that country will die. So a small child who will be giving birth to grow up, and the person found out that there was a time that there was a war between China and Taiwan. In fact, it is not good. China can easily give economic aid to thwart the Taiwanese effort of making an attempt to do anything otherwise. Friendly cultural relationship can ensue between these two countries And I hope China can easily do that. Going to war is not the best option. Time is wasted, people's lives are lost, properties are destroyed. In fact, we in the far end will suffer, because about 2/3 of the countries in Africa rely on China's rice. There are some products that some countries in Africa cannot do away with. And the nature of war in such a nature of war assume a posture in such a way that even if there's a small unavoidable disaster, even in part of China, your attention is drawn to that area, let alone war. So instead of China cultivating or developing technologies in helping those who are found at the tail end of the tunnel, please, it will affect us. It will also affect innocent people in Taiwan. Last 2 weeks, I saw your country flexing her muscles to let the world know that China is capable of doing anything. That's a sign of a country with a strong sovereignty. Please, remember, Taiwan and China are the same true blood. Check the records. During the time of Shi Huangdi, Confucius, and other emperors of China, they used to control both Taiwan and China. So if there's something happening pleasantly on the international scene, please, sir, Your Excellency, President of China, please don't be provoked. Not at all. Because in case there's any political upheaval in that country, it will affect us, we people living in the tropics. Taiwan is just a small country which, with your strong economic ties, cultural ties, among others, friendship between these two rival countries can be promoted other than war. Then my advice to the president of Taiwan is that, please remember, check your records very well. Taiwan was created from China. It's an open secret. If the relationship between China and Taiwan is now hostile, please, it's just a matter of resorting to the use of unionism in terms of trade, in terms of intermarriages. I like that point. Playing football together, having year to year get together, addressing issues in that part of the world, other than trying to exhibit your country's muscle to the outside world that Taiwan is capable of acting hostile towards your own brothers and sisters in China. That is not fine. When there is war, innocent people in your country will die. Those who are influencing your country that do that, and do that, they will supply you with arms. Your country will destroy, and the world will not be at peace. Just a phone call between the president of Taiwan and China can easily resolve this impasse, this unfriendly makeshift structure being established between your lovely country and China. Remember, Taiwan is the citadel for the production of microchip used for the manufacturing of phones and other electronic gadgets, which my country is a beneficiary. So in case there's war in your country, can the production of this important electronic device continue to take place? I'm a common history teacher living in one of the tropical countries in Africa. And the little knowledge that I have or have read about these two countries, China and Taiwan, is that you are all from the same ancestral background. And nothing like a war should ever occur between Taiwan and China. We have been in existence since the world was created. Taiwan and China have never gone to war. And this thing should never happen in this 21st century. I always become happy when I hear the names of these two countries on the airwaves, because the two of you have a historical link, a cultural link, a political link, an economic link. If something is going on between China and Taiwan, which is not well, it is not friendly, the only solution is dialogue. There should be a mediator between the two, so that the two countries will put their cards on the table for amicable solution. War is not the answer. Your Excellency President of Taiwan, please let Taiwan should be in existence as presently. Likewise, China. The friendship between Taiwan and China shouldn't be curtailed because of one or two issues. The United Nations is there. The papacy is there. We have powerful institutions in this world which can mediate between China and Taiwan. What is the problem? Is it trade? Or is it political or economic or religious? Solutions are there. Remember, this is my passionate appeal to Your Excellency. Sorry for using this medium to address your country. I love people from Taiwan because of their humility. I also love people from China because the stronger ties that they have with other countries around this world. There should be peace, an untruncated peace between Taiwan and China. Your Excellencies, solutions are there. Remember, before there can be any armistice, signing of armistice after any war, there should be dialogue first. I'm very, very, very sad. Why am I saying so? I curse the day that man decided to use the object currency. I also curse the day that man decided to use gun to protect his or herself. These two objects are disturbing this world. And since man was the one who created these two objects, currency and gun, the same man can decide not to destroy the world using the power of money and gun. Armistice and dialogue is the answer. Thank you very much. China and Taiwan historical links should be truncated. Bye-bye.